When my girlfriend asked, "Do you want to have sex?" It was very, very out of nowhere, and it made me happy for the rest of the day.
I'm just gonna clarify a couple topics you can't speak on, and then afterwards it's good. 1, my mother. 2, why my dad left. 4, if I'm gay. And 5, what I think of the current political climate in America. Trump should have won.
Edwin's gay, his mom's fat, his dad left him because he sucks. I don't know.
I lived in foster care for 11 years, so the day I moved back in with my real family was the happiest day of my life.
Probably being a kid.
Yeah. Kid, you're always happy. Being a kid, you don't have to worry about so much. That's why you appreciate dogs more as an adult, because when you're a kid, everything's awesome. As an adult, everything sucks. Pressure of like being successful. And if you're not, you're kind of like the example that everyone points at and says their kids, don't be like that guy.
That hurt you, dude.
Like 5 seconds before you came up and started talking to me.
Jesus Christ. Do you want the honest answer or the feel-good answer? Feel-good answer was probably when my sister came out to me first. Oh, she's trans. It was just kind of like a display of trust, and I appreciated that. It was like, you know, I guess I'm not that much of an I guess. If I had to say honest answer, happiest I've ever felt, I used to have some friends that would get into some bad shit. I get a high off of doing wrong by others. I enjoy seeing people low, if you catch my drift. If you want the honest answer. You know, one internet stranger to another, you know?
Only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing.
Oh, actually, I can answer for Doug right now. Doug, when Doug met me, that was the happiest I've ever been. And for me, it's just about every damn day, man. I'm a happy dude. And also knowing that my competitor went out of business. That was also very happy.
Probably when I got my pilot's license, that made me really happy.
Is it a boat's license or like a pilot in
No,
a
it's
plane?
a pilot as in an airplane, Edwin.
Why are you saying Edwin weird, man?
Edwin.
What, you French, man?
The happiest moment in my life was like 10 minutes ago. We engaged.
Handsome Mrs.
You're
Pex.
very handsome.
I bench to you dudes on the daily. I eat so much protein that Machoke and Machamp can't keep up with this.
It's a hard question to try and answer like truthfully, as in what truly is the happiest moment in one's life. I haven't had like a child or anything, so that would be like the easy cheat answer.
That's such a weird one because I think the happiest I've ever been was actually super strange. My little sister was born, but the thing that made me like the happiest when she was born was one day she was just like fell asleep on my chest. But I just remember thinking like, this is it. Like, I'm God. And I don't know what it was, but I think someone finding me like comforting was a really big deal in my head. So I was just like, oh, this is amazing. I have something to protect. This is great.
At the McDonald's when I was Quagmire, chasing around little kids.
One time I was teaching a 6-year-old how to draw, and her voice was so adorable. It was so cute and tiny, so it made me very happy. I like Pikachu. Pika.
That's pretty good. Okay, that was...
When I moved to Canada, because I'm from the States, and I moved to Canada because I married my husband who's Canadian. Yes, he's my Canadian husband, and we both have Quest 2s, and we're like, he's upstairs, I'm downstairs.
I'm 27.
No, you're not. You're 28.
Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right.
I'm 27. You get that mixed up.
I'm in denial.
You turn 29 in 2 months. He asked me what my happiest moment in my life was, and I said when I moved here after marrying you. Nice.
Oh wow, that was a good answer.
What's your happiest moment?
Probably this one time I had a really good sandwich.
That's very interesting answer.
I'm just kidding. It was the first time I met Pegweenie in real life.
I feel like the happiest I've ever been was when I asked my first crush out and she said yes.
Honestly, I think the happiest I've been is right after I moved out of my hometown, and I moved in with like my best friend, and we just share an apartment now. And I'm just happy I got away from there because I had a lot of bad memories tied with my ex there.
You know, I'm working and doing everything I can. I got my own place and this lovely woman right here that I'm dating. So I think now is the happiest I've been, honestly.
When I proposed to my fiance, I'm getting married June 19th this summer. I proposed to a girl that I met at church. We were both working on the bus. We volunteer to go pick kids up that can't, their parents might not be able to afford to bring them to church. We kind of dated over the phone because of COVID. We couldn't really travel.
Probably when I had been in a long distance relationship for 2 years, and then we finally moved in together, like picking her up from the airport and like physically hugging for the first time, and then starting to like be together for the next however many years. After 4 years, I did leave her, which was one of the saddest moments in my life, if you're going to ask that question.
It was when my dad just got out of jail, and I haven't seen him in I think like 6 months, and that was the happiest I've ever been. He got released in 2011, and it was really nice to see him again.
Food is my happiness.
My mom, she got diagnosed with cancer, and she got over it pretty good. Pretty much it's gone. That made me the happiest.
Oculus Quest! I can finally live my dreams being a claptrap unit!
I picked her up in a car and drove her, kidnapped her for a weekend. It was the best.
We met on Halo 3 like 12 years ago. High five!
Got him.
I was 15, he was 16, and we're just playing Halo, and then we started talking all the time. We're just a couple of best friends.
I mean, when you live far apart, you just think you're friends. And then you say, wait a minute.
9 hours away. He lives in Canada, lived in the States.
Wait a minute. Is there magic here? And then there was. Then we got married.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool. And I was like, man, I could die on this weekend.
She didn't tell anyone.
I could have been a murderer. I was going to meet this boy.
Could have brought 3 axes. They would have let it through the border. Plenty for chopping.
Yeah. And it's funny because he's 6'7" in real life, and I'm 5'4".
I had the ring on me, so I bought this ring, spent a good chunk on it, and I had been carrying it around with me, waiting for the perfect moment. I couldn't figure out what to do, and I didn't want to drop her back off to where she was staying, so I was just driving around. I'm like, hey, it was 2 a.m. I'm like, hey, let's go take pictures of the snow, because I'm kind of a amateur photographer. We started driving away, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get some hot chocolate. So we went to this 24-hour place, got some hot chocolate, extra marshmallows, extra chocolate, and I'm still feeling very defeated. As we were driving back to where she was staying, I noticed a gazebo that was just covered in Christmas lights. It was 2:30 in the morning. I was like, this is the perfect spot. So I swerved over 2 lanes of traffic and walked her up there. And I kept thinking, I'm going to put the ring box somewhere that maybe as she's panning over with the camera, she can kind of see it in the snow. Or
I was convinced I would spend the rest of my life with that person, and then they cheated on me, so I left them. Very dark time.
It's kind of stupid. That one time in 5th grade, I was dating this dude. We waited until 4 p.m. for him to kiss me on the cheek, and then he just ran away afterwards.
Definitely seeing my girlfriend in person. He's sitting over there in the come here and kiss me, baby.
I can't
Brittany,
think of
your
anything.
turn. Be like Jimmy Neutron.
Brain blast!
There was this girl that I liked that joined the same world as me. She accepted to be my girlfriend.
Joining the Marines is making me pretty happy. Something to do with my life other than sitting on VRChat talking to you. I don't mean that in a mean way. I really don't.
Rolled up my 96 Camaro, so get in, baby. And then it broke down.
So wait. So then 2 days after my 20th birthday, so I wasn't a teen bride. That's a little sketchy. And then I got married.
Oh, yeah.
It was 8 years this year. It was a good run. Still continuing. We've been playing games since.
Playing games ever since.
I was getting ready to chicken out again, and she said, hey, look, there's a string of Christmas lights that's not working up at the top of the gazebo. I wonder if it's plugged in. So I looked down and I followed the cord to where it was plugged in. I opened up the box. I was like, well, it's plugged in. Maybe they're just burnt out. And she said, maybe if we reset it. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I hit this button and it worked? I'm a little bit older. I'm in my 30s, and I've been married before. My wife left me when I was in the Army, and it was sad. I lost my family when I was very young, when I was in the Army, and made some mistakes and did some other stuff, and I probably wasn't ready to be married the first time anyway. And I thought, this whole thing is like a metaphor for my life, to hit the reset button. And I hit it, and all of a sudden, bam, all the lights just came on at once. I looked up and she was just covered in this golden light, just looked absolutely beautiful. And so I took the ring out and I got down on one knee. Actually, no, I said, you know what? I only get nervous over 2 things: singing in public and what I'm about to do. And then I got down on one knee and I pulled out the ring in and I said, I love you. I've loved you for a while. You inspire me to be a better man and to work harder and do more and to think differently than I've ever thought. And I need you in my life. And I said, would you, Marcella, would you marry me? She had to set down her hot chocolate. So she didn't say anything right away. So I'm just sitting there with a ring in the snow on my knees. And then she came back around. She's like, yes. That was probably the happiest moment of my life.
When I came out of one of my classrooms, my friend was standing right beside a door, and I usually I go to her and I wait for her, and she never waits for me. I was looking down the hallway for her, and I just heard someone breathing behind me, and my friend was standing right there. My eyes widened really big, and then she smiled at me.
I make a living farming gold on RuneScape. Keep in mind that I'm 23. I make between $400 and $600 US per day doing nothing. I just leave the bots running and it generates income. Part of how I was able to get 31,000 hours on this terrible terrible game.
Summer 2016, you know, you're still in high school. You got your social circle. You got Drake's album out. You got Rihanna out. I had a girlfriend back then, and life was good.
7 years old, I would have anxiety going to bed every night since I was really young. One day, my brother, he decided to change rooms and starts like sleeping on the upper bunk, and like he gave me a blanket for my birthday. And
it was a religious convention of I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, so I went to a yearly regional circuit convention.
It's like Ariana Grande, kill him with kindness, you know? People can't stay mad that you're kind to people.
Claws. I vow
He's just saying this because he ate my potato chips today and I got really angry.
All right, listen. I vow to always share my extra frozen waffles with you when I can. We were both each other's first relationship too, so like we got no baggage.
They're like, wow, you guys are like stuck at the hip. Like we play all the same games together, we watch all the same shows. Feels like a sleepover all the time. It's just a nice looking man too. That also helps.
Oh, got him.
I mean, look at them
dance moves.
Gucci batteries, you don't find that too often. As like a girl, because I feel like girls get lots of attention online. Like, I don't know, if you died, be like, oh, I'm gonna find a new person online. Like, they're like, so many people give you. I'm just saying. People be like, oh, you sing, what's your Instagram, right? And I'm like, bro, I don't even have an Instagram.
Probably the amount of breathing I were able to do throughout my days, man. Every day I walk my road, dude, I'm like, I'm breathing, man. I am breathing. And every day I'm like, I'm breathing, man. You know?
To inspire people, be a nice person. Like, that gets you so far. Just try to be nice to people. Everyone shut the fuck up.
Fuck being nice. You want to make some money? You gotta be an asshole.